G'day folks, and welcome to another 4motion adventure. The sun's shining, it's a great day, and we're heading down to Glen Davis to check out a campsite right on the Kapiti River.
The valley views here are quite spectacular, and we just can't wait to share the experience with you.
Righto, let's go.
Glen Davis is an old shale mining town located 135 kilometres northwest of Sydney in the Kapiti Valley. It sits between Lithgow and Mudgee in the central tablelands just above the Blue Mountains. The only population centre of any kind of this area, Glen Davis includes a campsite and often serves as a starting point for bushwalks around the Kapiti River and other parts of the Wollemi National Park. As we meander along the winding road, we are inspired by the dramatic landscape at Gardens of Stone. Sandstone cliffs dominate the escarpment, drawing down into a deep chasm carved into the environment over millions of years ago. With tranquil vistas and serene mountain landscapes, this valley is abundant in flora and fauna, providing the perfect opportunity to encounter nature in its habitat. A natural backdrop complements the blue tree on the farmland property. The story behind this tree is that the original blue tree was painted in 2014 by Jaden White, who later took his own life at the age of 29. Jaden also unknowingly started a mental health revolution throughout regional Australia, where hundreds of trees have been painted blue since. The Blue Tree Project helps raise awareness around mental well-being and encourages people to speak out when doing it tough. From 1938 to 1952, the town of Glen Davis was at the centre of the oil shale mining and refining and the production of fuel. In this period, the town's population rose to 2,500, but after the oil shale works was closed, people and houses moved away. Today, Glen Davis is almost a ghost town with only about 25 people still living in a handful of houses, scattered among a network of empty streets. We arrive at the Glen Davis campground that's located in the centre of this small town. Now, it's not the most attractive campground I have visited over my time. However, very easily accessed, it is suitable for anything from a big rig to a tent. The campground sits on a slight slope, the amenities building at the highest point. There are plenty of bins for your rubbish, toilets, undercover picnic tables, hot showers and portable water available. The information boards offer some history of the town and its refinery, and although it won't win awards for the prettiest place to stay, it is free and a good base to explore all of the relics of this abandoned town. Fancy a great trip back in time? Historic walking tours of the ruins of the oil shale processing plant run every Saturday at roughly 2 p.m. And from our experience, the tour guides here are pretty knowledgeable. Check out the Poplars Glen Davis website for more information. Next, we head to Kuranga Campground, located in the western section of the Wollemi National Park. And it's also the place where we're going to set camp for the night. And after turning into Guru Street, we turn right into Nyoka Street and follow the signs to the park. The road into the campsite has been significantly improved, and depending on the water level at the Kapiti River crossing, access should not pose a problem. The dusty roads, big open sky and outback atmosphere gives you the impression you are in an extremely remote location, when in fact you are only hours away from the largest city in Australia. This is truly an amazing place and very much well worth a visit. On the way, we meet with a familiar critter to these parts, but after getting up close and taking some pics of our furry friend, it looks like it has a disease called mange. Wombat mange is a disease caused by the parasitic mite Sarcoptes scabii. I hope I've said that right. The mite burrows into the skin of its host, causing thick, crusty skin and hair loss. Lucky for the wombat, someone saw his pics on our Instagram page and has since organised treatment. As Alex and I drive and enjoy the scenery, Alex mentions one of the things he likes to do regularly is check the condition of the spare tyre. Given it's located under the van and subject to damage, checking to make sure the tyre is functional in case you need it is not such a bad idea. So our tip, check your tyre pressures, check the spare tyre and general conditions of the tyres before heading out bush, and stay safe. Sounds good to me. This pretty setting with its picturesque scenery can be soothing for the soul. Your senses can breathe a sign of relief as your inner clock resets itself to the unhurried pace of the Australian bush. As we drive into the secluded Kuranga Campground, we are drawn toward the sun-beamed cliff face. Hailed as Australia's Grand Canyon, this area is known as the Canyoner's Paradise and used as a base for canyoning activities. Set on the crystal clear Kapiti River with facilities like picnic tables, barbecue facilities and toilets, this is an ideal spot to enjoy a great Aussie bush camp. Don't forget to bring drinking and cooking water, and don't forget the firewood. At the end of the driving track is a sealed section. The sign indicates that this area is closed for rehabilitation. The good news is that it will reopen just in time for summer in October 2021.
Wow, what a spectacular drive that was. Look, we've just arrived at camp. Now we're going to set up.
We're going to get a fire going.
And then we're going to sit back and relax and share this place with you. Ooh, I smell some tucker. What have we got here, Olga?
Our lunch is on and I have pre-prepared some lentil soup, celery and carrot, and I'm just going to finish it off with a little bit of pepper, balsamic vinegar and olive oil, and then to accompany it, easy things to carry, some feta cheese, some green olives and some bread.
Well, I can't complain with that because you know how I am with feta. The doctor said that feta is scientifically proven to be good for you.
Wow.
But I think more importantly, this backdrop you've selected here as our campsite, I reckon that's pretty good for you too. view in front of us is pretty special.
Yep.
The view behind us is pretty special.
Yep.
Well, there you go, folks. Camp is set up. We've had a beautiful lunch, had a wander around. We've got the fire going. Olga's already prepped dinner. Now, what have we got for dinner?
We're doing a king of carbonara, so stay tuned.
Okay. Cheers again.
Cheers. The Capertee River itself is often dry where it runs through Glen Davis. This is rain shadow country with rainfall of only about 600 mil a year. But over eons, the river has driven a remarkable gorge through the layers of sandstone. The expansive upper valley narrows down at Glen Davis and is then squeezed even tighter further downstream. In fact, there is 100 kilometres of continuous gorge along the Capertee and Colo rivers running from Glen Davis almost to the Hawkesbury River. Young kids will have plenty of opportunities to splash about in the shallow pools, and apparently within a short walk there are deeper ones for the adults to swim in as well.
Here we are, twilight, down at camp. There's another 2 people camped here. This entire campsite is ours, apart from the 2 people, which is quite comforting in some ways, but this is incredible. It's a Sunday night. There's just no one around. It's magic. As the sun comes down, the curtain, the final curtain of the day. Those sheer cliffs are just gorgeous.
Guys, how you going? We are ready to cook up our carbonara, king of carbonaras, as I mentioned before. And on the Webasto cooktop inside the van, we have the pasta boiling, as well as a pot of water. Now, the Webasto cooktop inside has 2 elements, and what I've done is boiled the pasta on one, and I'm boiling up some water for the other one, on the other one for our washing up. Okay, now what I've put into this pan at the moment, I've got some bacon, I've got an onion, I've got a pack of bacon, streaky bacon, an onion, and a couple of teaspoons of garlic. And I'm just going to fry this off until it's nice and crispy, and then we'll go on to the next step. In a little oil and 20 grams of butter, saute the onion, garlic and bacon till the bacon is rendered of its fat and a little crispy. Next, add the Parmesan cheese and give it a good mix. Bring your pot of pasta to the side of the skillet and lift with tongs into the pan. Next, add the egg yolks and a cup of pasta water and toss till it goes nice and creamy to produce the sauce. If it's not saucy enough, add a little more water. At this point, I'd like to give a big shout out to Johnny Riley, who is one of the admins for the Facebook group The Gourmet Camp Chef. John is a chef as well. He's a good guy, and if this meal isn't up to standard, it's on your head, mate. You can finish this meal with some shaved parmesan, some extra virgin olive oil, and some extra chopped parsley. And dig in and enjoy.
Righto, so what do we got here?
Well, as promised, a carbonara, king of carbonaras. Let's see how it tastes.
Oh, that's all right. Thanks, Johnny.
Thanks to Johnny Riley.
Oh. Well, folks, that's dinner. We're going to kick back and enjoy this fire now. And in the morning, seems like this trip's all about eating, but we have got a super duper special brekkie lined up for you. Can't wait to share this one with you. It's got eggs and it's got bacon. That's all I can tell you.
With a twist.
See you in the morning. Morning, new day, another adventure. Olga's brewing up a coffee. Let's go see what she's up to. Ooh, coffee's brewed.
Oh, smells divine.
Ooh, now we're talking. Okay.
We'll gather round. This morning's breakfast is going to comprise of brioche buns, bacon, eggs, mayonnaise, and this secret relish that I picked up from this amazing store in Laguna, New South Wales. The fire's going, we've got a black liner on the plate there. We're going to make up the bacon and the brioche buns on there. I'm going to do some eggs on there. I've got the water boiling in there for our tea. We're going to be good to go. Well, all good things must come to an end, or so they say. So it's goodbye for now. You won't be forgotten, but we have other places to be. So we'll see you next time, all for the love of travel.